All right, let's talk about something most of us use pretty much every single day. AI chatbots. I mean, think about it. They're on websites helping you find things. They're on your phone giving you the weather. They are absolutely everywhere. But have you ever actually stopped to wonder how they work? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see what's really going on inside that little chat window.
Yeah, just think about the last time you typed a question into one of those boxes. An answer came back almost instantly. It felt like a real conversation, didn't it? But you knew it wasn't with a person. So, what was actually happening behind the screen? That is exactly what we're going to figure out. We're going to look at what makes these little digital assistants tick.
First things first, to really get a handle on the chatbots of today, you kind of have to appreciate where they came from. Their story is this incredible fast-paced evolution, from these clunky, rigid scripts to conversations that feel almost, well, human. So let's start with the absolute basics. What even is an AI chatbot? At its heart, it's basically a computer program that uses artificial intelligence to do one main thing: simulate a human-like conversation. It's not just about recognizing words, it's about figuring out what you mean, what your intent is, and then either finding an answer or getting something done for you. And the speed of this evolution has just been mind-blowing. I mean, not that long ago, bots were totally rule-based. If you didn't type the exact right command, they'd just get stuck. Then came AI, which gave them the ability to understand us a lot better. But the real revolution, the one that's changing everything, is happening right now with generative AI. These new bots don't just respond, they actually converse. They remember what you said earlier and can personalize the whole chat.
Okay, so we've made this huge leap from simple scripts to these generative conversations. But how? How does that actually happen? When you type in a question, what is going on inside that digital brain to spit out a coherent answer? Let's take a look under the hood.
It all happens in 4 crazy fast steps. Okay, step 1. It has to understand what you're asking, not just your words, but your intent. Step 2, it scans its huge internal library to find the right information. Think of it like a super fast librarian. Step 3, if it needs to, it can reach out to the live internet for real-time stuff like, stock prices or the weather forecast. And finally, step 4, it pulls all of that together and crafts a clear, conversational reply. And the really wild part? This whole 4-step dance happens in the time it takes you to blink.
So what's the magic that powers that first, super important step of understanding you? Well, it's a technology called natural language processing, or NLP for short. This is the engine that lets machines read, decode, and actually understand human language. It's basically the universal translator between your brain and the bot's digital one. So we have this incredibly complex technology that's getting smarter all the time. But why has it suddenly become so essential for pretty much every business out there? The answer really boils down to 2 words: instant and scalable. And this is where the advantage just becomes crystal clear, right? A human agent, they can only work so many hours and they can only help one person at a time. An AI chatbot just shatters those limits. It's on 24/7, 365 days a year. It can handle thousands of conversations at the exact same time, and it does all of that for a tiny fraction of the cost. It's not just a small improvement. It's a total game changer in terms of scale. And it's not just about raw power either. The best bots today can personalize their experience based on what you've talked about before. They can speak dozens of languages, and they create these really fluid, natural-sounding conversations. But maybe the biggest win is for the human teams. By handling all the routine questions, these bots free up people to focus on the really complex, creative problems that still need that human touch. So it's not about replacement, it's really about elevation. And the result of all these benefits? Well, it's been an absolute explosion of chatbots into pretty much every corner of our world. You see it most obviously in customer service, right? They're the first line of defense, answering simple questions so you don't have to wait on hold forever. Then you've got e-commerce, where they become like these little personal shoppers, giving you smart recommendations while you browse. And it's even in places you might not expect, like healthcare. They're handling all that administrative stuff, scheduling appointments, sending you reminders to take your medicine. While over in education, they're becoming this on-demand tutor who's available 24/7, always ready to help you practice a new language or go over a tricky math problem. And get this, it's not just for customers anymore. Big companies are using them inside their own walls, creating these instant help desks for employees for everything from IT problems to HR questions. It's a quiet revolution in how businesses work. So we've seen them pop up in every industry. But this is just the beginning, The technology is moving so fast. The real question is, what does the conversation of tomorrow actually look and feel like?
Well, the next frontier seems to be all about making them less like bots and more like us. A huge part of that is something called sentiment analysis, basically teaching them to recognize human emotions, so they can tell if you're getting frustrated or if you're happy and then change their tone. At the same time, they're going to get way more capable, handling truly complex stuff, like processing a full refund or an insurance claim all on their own.
And that really gets to the heart of it. We are watching this fundamental shift happen right now. From chatbots being these automated systems to chatbots becoming genuine partners in a conversation, digital beings that don't just respond, but actually collaborate with us.
So, that brings us to our final thought for today. As these AI companions get more capable, more conversational, and more emotionally aware, more human, what does that mean for us, for our own interactions and our own roles? It's a pretty big question, and one worth thinking about as we step into this new future of communication. Thanks for diving in with me.